Hi, this is King of Review. In this problem, we want to solve the system of linear equations by using Cramer's rule. So, if we have two equations that are in the form ax plus by equals e and cx plus dy equals f, then we can use Cramer's rule to solve the system. That is, solve for x and y. Cramer's rule is a method where we use determinants to solve a system of linear equations. So Cramer's rule states that x is equal to the determinant of the x matrix divided by the determinant of the coefficient matrix. And likewise, y is equal to the determinant of the y matrix divided by the determinant of the coefficient matrix. So now let's set up our three matrices. Let's start with the coefficient matrix. So the entries within this matrix are going to be the coefficients of our x and y terms. So a, b, c, and d. The x matrix, this starts with e and f. And if you notice, e and f are the constants of our two linear equations. And then we have b and d. And our y matrix, this is equal to a, c, e, and f. So this is the setup for the three matrices. So now let's insert our specific values in. So the coefficient matrix, if we look at our system over here, what are the coefficients? We have -2, 3, 3, and -4. So -2, 3, 3, and -4. Now for the x matrix. We start with e and f. Those are the constants, so -3 and 5. And then we have b and d, 3 and -4. And the y matrix, we have a and c, -2 and 3. And then e and f, -3 and 5. So now we've set up our three matrices. Now if you notice Cramer's rule here, when we solve for x and y, we need to know what the determinants of these matrices are. But what is a determinant? Well, a determinant is a real number associated with a square matrix. So let's say we have the matrix with entries a, b, c, and d. If we want to find the determinant, we're going to take the product of the entries in the main diagonal, so AD, minus the product of the entries in the other diagonal, CB. So AD minus CB, this gives you the determinant. Let's find the determinant of the coefficient matrix. We'll start with the product of the main diagonal, -2 times -4. And now we'll subtract the product of the entries in the other diagonal, 3 times 3. So when you work this out, you get -1. And now let's solve for the determinant of the x matrix. We'll take the product of the main diagonal, -3 times -4, and then we'll subtract the product of the entries in the other diagonal, 5 and 3. And when you work this out, you get -3. And now for the y matrix determinant. We'll take the product of the main diagonal, -2 times 5, and then subtract the product of the entries in the other diagonal, 3 and -3. And when we work this out, we get -1. So now let's solve for x. The determinant of the x matrix, that's -3, divided by the determinant of the coefficient matrix, that's -1. -3 divided by -1, that equals 3. So we know x is equal to 3. And now for y, the determinant of the y matrix, that's -1, divided by the determinant of the coefficient matrix, which is -1, and this equals 1. So we know that y equals 1. So now we've solved our system of linear equations, and letter D is correct. Thanks for watching.